What is up, you guys? So we're starting this YouTube video. For today, we are going to be installing some taillights on the M4. If you guys know, we went to LA. We brought back some goodies. So stay tuned. We're going to be slapping them on the M4 today. There you guys have it.
We go on the beat.
With the Hellcat 350Z. And if you're not that excited, then you're not really about it. Hellcat from the previous video, if you guys remember, we'll do a full review on it soon. My boy Juan pulled up 350Z. So yes, quick unboxing for the new taillights. We already opened up the seal, but if you guys know about these, then you guys know that they're hyped up. We went all the way to LA. Well, we were already in LA and we got these. So let me give you guys a quick reveal. So here they are, GTS Tail Lights. As you guys know, they're brand new. We're not gonna take the seal off just yet, but that is the inner side of the trunk, which will be replacing the OEM ones. And here is where the actual, woo, look at that thing. You can't really see just yet. Once we get them on the car, we'll go from there. All right, other than the tail lights, it also comes with a user's manual. We're not gonna need this because we drive BMWs, so we don't use turn signals. I'm gonna pass this over here to my boy, Jose.
Yes.
Yes.
I need it because I do turn.
But yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna show you guys what the OEM ones look like, turn signals and all, just so you guys get a quick comparison between the two, all right? I gotta turn it on, huh? Now we're gonna start on the, disassembling it. I'm gonna show you guys what tools we'll need, and then we'll see how they, how they turn out and how they function after the install. So let's get it. Okay, so first things first is we're gonna open up the trunk, and we're going to be addressing the right driver's side taillight first. As you guys can tell, there's two units: the trunk inner taillight and then the outer side. So we're gonna start with the outer side first. Let us grab the tools so I can show you guys what things we'll need, and then we can slap these bad boys on. Tools for the install are gonna be a ratchet with a 10mm, a flathead, and then an 8mm. First thing we're gonna address is this little bolt right here, and it's with a flathead. We're gonna remove that to remove this plastic trim that's gonna then expose the actual bolts for the tail light. Okay, so lefty loosey, we're gonna take this little plastic bolt out. Once you got it out, take that out. Okay, so after we remove that, we are gonna have to pull up on the weather stripping, the weather sealing right here. Remove this little trim. You don't gotta take it all off, just enough to have some access to then pop this piece out. Boom, put this to the side, take some of the dirt out. And then these are the two 10mm bolts that we're going to be removing to take out the old or OEM taillight. Lefty loosey as well. Both of these, break them loose, get these out the way. Once they're loose, you can basically hand loosen them. Take both of these bolts out. Bottom one, top one. Put these to the side. Once the bolts are out, you're basically going to pull it, not that hard, but taillight comes out. There's a little grommet that goes into the actual quarter panel, and what you're gonna do now is just unplug it, and we can put these to the side. So little clip right here, push down, pop it out, and your OEM tail light is out. We can now put these on the Hellcat. So follow me, we'll put these on the Hellcat real quick, demonstrate how much horsepower we can add with the tail lights. I think that'll fit. Retrofit them. Sheesh.
Guy is lying to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna
Don't expose me.
Earlier I was like,
because we are working with some new tail lights, I recommend wearing some gloves. You don't want to scratch them unless you want custom one-of-one designs on the back of them. Okay, so these are the old ones. You can't really see much detail simply because they're tinted, but these are the new ones. Let me just give you guys a quick unveiling. There you guys have a sneak peek. As you guys can see, the GTS tail light style sequential turn signals. And just like that, we have the plastic off. Put this to the side. But you guys can compare and contrast the two slightly because, like I said, these are tinted, these are not. But just look at that. You do want to remove this, put this to the side. You're not going to need that. And it's a direct fit of the OEM style. This black connection is going to connect to the OEM one on the car. It's simply plug and play. So let's walk over there and connect this. Grab this, line it up with this, just like that. Make sure it's securely connected. And then we just slide the taillight in. Now that it's plugged in, put this wire to the side and you're going to slowly slide it in. You're going to line up that little grommet in the back. And then, just like the original one, you're going to pop it in, like so. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Game changer right here. We can now put these on the new M4 coming. Jose, this is motivation right here, bro. If you're watching this video, no, you're right here, bro, here. Like, I'm going to say this right here. This is motivation for my boy to get his M4. One thing to do before you actually put the new bolts back on, you want to test out the taillight. So, unlock it. Oh, let me lock it again. All right, okay, ready? Here you guys go. Oof. Damn. There you guys have it. We can 100% say that these taillights work. So let's continue the process and go from here. Time to reinstall the 10mm bolts. We're going to put these back on. So tying up these two 10mm bolts right here. Now that those two bolts are tight, we're going to leave this wire right here because we are going to run it in through this panel. So flathead, clip right here, pop it out. I'm going to demonstrate it right here. You literally just pop it up and just like that, you can remove this piece right here. Okay, now that the two little hinge clips are off, you're gonna push this down and out. And it just pops out like that. We can put this to the side now. As you guys can see, we're gonna be running the wires in through here, up along the trunk, and up to the inner tail light. So, we're gonna remove 6 of these, one right here, 4 up here along the trunk lining. We're gonna remove that, as well as these 2 big ones right here for the emergency latch. Once that's off, we can take out the back trunk lining and wire up the taillights. So, dang, someone's starting the sideshow early today, but second trunk latch covers off, and we got all 6 of the Phillips screws out, as well as the 2 middle ones. We can now slowly just start to pull this off. You're gonna wanna unhinge the trunk liner from the bump stops, like so, and then you're just gonna wanna bring it down, just like that. We now have access to the inner tail lights right here. Groovy Flicks and Rolla VR30 just pulled up. Oh, the gang has arrived.
From the Burbos.
Of course, of course. So now that we have the trunk lining free, what you're gonna do is you're gonna expose the inner trunk lining and you're gonna wire or feed this wire through, and it's gonna be a bit tricky, but we're gonna wire it up here all the way along. Okay, wires are wired up. Now we're just gonna address that 8mm right there. Okay, so this 8mm right here, we're gonna loosen that up. Once that's out, we can pop these tail lights out and take the connection out, disconnect here, and unbolt that 8mm, and then we'll be able to pop out that inner tail light. Unclip them from the inner side, and then you're gonna push from in here up and out, and then it's gonna pop right out. And then you can take this out with the wire, and now we can swap it out for the new one. This one goes out to Groovy.
Currently, we're running a stage 1 tune.
Back to the taillights. Okay, here's the new one. Let's walk this one over. As you guys can see, brand spanking new. Compare and contrast. So as you guys can see on the OEM one, that the reverse light's actually on top. On the new one, it's right here on the bottom. So quite some difference. Nothing too drastic, but let's swap these in now. Okay, so with the new one, before you actually install it, there's this little black trim piece right here. You're gonna take the little screw off, just like the OEM one. You're gonna take this trim piece out to the side. We're gonna add this on after. To note is that you are gonna have to trim this piece right here. So this piece right here is gonna have to be trimmed. I got a knife and I just basically trimmed it down. Not too much, just enough for it to clear. Otherwise, the fitment is not the best, but once trimmed, it should plug right in. So now we're just gonna slide the wires in through the opening, and then we're gonna take the little plastic piece off. And just like that. Okay, so now that the trim piece is trimmed, it's lining up better than before it was. Once the little bracket is in, you're just gonna tighten it up, 8mm bolt. the taillight should be in, and then all that will be left to do is wire it up. Now that the taillight is in, you're simply gonna get this blue prong, plug it in, clipped in. Once it's in, it should be snug. And then the wire that we actually ran through the trunk. Nope. Yep, there we go. Plugged in. Now we're going to have to 3M tape this on the inner side of the trunk somewhere. We'll find a spot for it. But before we do that, let's actually test out the taillight and see if they work. Make it official now. Complete setup. I'm not gonna close the trunk because we have a lot left to do, but oh yeah, look over here. Wait for it. Sheesh. So, right passenger side is in, all wired up and ready to go. Only thing left to do, just repeat the same thing on the opposite side with the top one as well as the bottom one. Don't forget to trim the little inner part of the tail light so you get a flush fitment on the inner side one. And then after that, we're gonna demonstrate to you guys how it's gonna look. Sponsored by apple juice. Stay hydrated. Shout out to Yulin for bringing apple juice. But let's get to it. All right, last one is going in. All right, after this one, it's really just dialing everything back up, tidying it up, bolts back in and all, and then the quick demonstration. So let's get to it. Whew, just like that. Time to wire it up. Done wrapping up the taillight install, and we got the homies pulling back up with the food. All right, guys, so top bolts are in, bottom ones are also in. The two emergency latch ones are on as well. We can now close, oh actually no, we still need the little hinges, the plastic trim hinges. After that, we'll close the trunk and we'll turn the car on. All right, you guys, so the inner tail lights are in, the outer ones are in as well. Time to demonstrate, you guys. So, grab the magic key. I'm gonna lock it real quick. Now, the magic comes when you unlock it. Sheesh. Look at that. So, they are on now, officially updated taillights, GTS taillights in the rear. Let us turn on the car so you guys can see what it's like when it's running. So, daytime running lights. There you guys have it. Install is complete. Vland GTS style headlights are on, tail lights are on.
You know, it's my dream car. I always wanted them, and yeah, they look nice.
You look nice? Yep. Let them know how you're gonna be motivated to buy something upcoming.
All right, so next week, I'm buy a little Hellcat.
Sheesh. Is this it? Right, the one right here?
Yeah, I'm currently buying this one.
These are your bodyguards?
These are my bodyguards.
Oh,
right
wait, we can't show it just for the next video, right?
I thought it was a V6.
You're right. It is.
Bro,
it is.
I don't want it no more. It's,
so there you guys have it. Like I said, I'm in love with the rear tail lights now. Definitely gives the car a whole different look. If you are looking to get some Vland tail lights, if you're looking to upgrade your tail lights, I recommend them. Do go with them. Just keep in note, you know, the little adjustments, they're not going to be perfect fitment simply because they're aftermarket. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, and keep it authentic, y'all. Peace till the next one.